What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Now, you guys probably saw the title. This is a high enrage or all enrage phase 4 and phase 5 Telos guide. I am not the absolute best Telos killer in the world, so I did ask one of my friends who does have 4,000 enrage Telos and a hell of a lot of experience there if he would mind making this guide for me by recording a kill and then going over and talking back over his phase 4 and his phase 5 so you guys can understand what he does, and hopefully it will help you guys out quite a lot. It is worth mentioning that this is not going to be the absolute most optimal thing that you can possibly do. It is going to be a safer method, and it is going to be a way that just he got his 4K enrage, and it was definitely something that you guys can pick up on too to improve if you do need that help. So that being said, I'm going to add a few things at the beginning for some suggestions on items and spells and unlocks that you will want, and then once from there we'll pass you over to Triple Eight Winner, who is going to talk you through these kills. So that being said, thank you so much dude for taking your time and doing this. I very much appreciate it, and let's go. Okay, so a few things to cover before we do get started is this is a guide geared towards magic, and of course it is going to include the Staff of Armadyl as well, as you are going to be pushing high enrages. You likely won't need the Staff of Armadyl for lower enrages, but it is going to help you out a lot in phase 5 on making sure you kill Telos very quickly. However, the phase 5 rotation does include using Staff of Armadyl in this video, so you can adjust accordingly if you don't have it. Some other things to take into account is that you will need to be using manual spellcasting, as you are going to be freezing golems and using entangle and things like that in certain situations. That being said as well, you are using entangle and you are using the ancient magics barrage and blitz, so you will need to have a spellbook swap available to you and the right runes to actually cast that to go from ancients to the standard spellbook to be able to use entangle. I'll put on screen my rune pouches right now that I use for Telos, which will allow you to use all of these spells along the way. Following that, you will want to have a Gothic Staff Essence of Finality as well, as this is pretty important for doing DPS, but also making sure your accuracy hit chance is pretty up there. Another thing as well is an Essence of Finality with a Statius Warhammer is going to be a absolute lifesaver on making sure you do not splash. This isn't 100% necessary, but it can make your life way easier because missing a stun, splashing a stun, can be a pain in the ass. In the video, Triple Eight Winner will also show you when to use the hammer as well. Having the abilities Disruption Shield and Vengeance available to yourself as well is also going to be incredibly useful. Disruption Shield is going to reduce damage that you take, making it easier on yourself, and of course Vengeance is also going to make sure you can put out a little bit more damage as well. These aren't needed, but they are suggested if you do have access to them, of bringing them along. You are going to want to, if possible, have a defender with the Malatops buff as well as the Turtling 4 perk, meaning you can get a longer duration barricade using a defender in phase 5. If you don't have that, you want to bring a shield with you as well. That way you can get the longer duration barricade rather than just running out very quickly by using a defender. I lied, there's one more thing, and that is that Triple Eight Winner has his borrowed power set to entangle, and that way he can bring 3 rune pouches instead of 4. With all that being said, let's move on to the actual video, the guide, the main bit that you guys are here for, and I'll catch back up with you all at the end of that.
Hi guys, welcome to my phase 4 and phase 5 guide at Telos. I will be showcasing the 2 phases today. I'm doing it on 2449, but you can do the same pretty much on any enrage. Obviously it will be easier sub 1k or more difficult if you do 3k or even 4k. So in P3 you want to be decent adrenaline. If you need more adrenaline, you can use your adrenaline potion or your adrenaline renewal. Yeah, you drop down. Yeah, just tip, if you drop down here, make sure to activate your Disruption Shield. Here I'm using Blitz Rush. You can always also use the other thingy, doesn't matter, to break Telos' bindings. You can see here, if I use Blitz Rush, I break his freedom. I'm doing that in combination with a Magma Tempest, because it's just a bleed with much damage. If you don't have that ability, you can also use something like Corruption Blast, for example. So I'm using Magma Tempest, using Impact, and then I stun him with Asphyxiate. Yeah, I've used my Adrenaline Potion because I wanted to grab some Adrenaline. I stun him, then I saw I need a bit more HP, so I stunned it again with Deep Impact. He's always phasing on 112, 500. Then he's phased and you can go to the first one. Yeah, now he's phased. Now I'm switching my Essence of Finality to my hammer. My stats is Warhammer and I'm hammering it. If you don't have that, it doesn't really matter. You can also just throw a cheese stuff onto him. Now I'm targeting a golem. It doesn't really matter which golem you're attacking, because we will not be killing them, because they have a lot of HP and it wouldn't be possible to kill them in time. So we just basically freeze them. So you attack the golem and then you can search into the font. You can also walk, and the font is damaging you. For the first font hit, you will be using resonance to heal from the hit. Note that the golems can snipe that hit, so yeah, it's really important to play melee pro here, because the golems can hit quite hard. So resonance, then instantly use reflect, use anticipation because the red golem can stun you, and then target the middle golem, in that case the green one. You can gain adrenaline, and then when you see the font is dead, and then you can freeze them. I'm doing that with Ice Barrage, and I'm freezing them round if Telos is saying you dare to defy me. That's just a message, and if you see the message, you should freeze them. But you can always freeze them a bit before that message, but it will come with practice. So if he says that, you always want to have the golems frozen. If they're frozen, you can move away because they can't attack you anymore, and you can switch to Soul Split. Charge up Detonate, and then if you see Telos is preparing to fire an Anima Bomb, you can start to charge a Detonate with the tick, with Blast Diffusion Boots. If you start your Detonate with the message and you release it at 100, it's the perfect timing to do it. Important thing, release the Detonate with Ice Barrage, because you want to break his freedom again here. You can, what I do at the first font is Dedo, then the Ice Barrage, and then the Wild Magic. Then you stun him again, and that just is fixed. Note there, I could have just chased stuff there, didn't need to as fixed, but yeah, that's fine as well. Just get him 275, then he is phased again for the second font. Now I'm here because I wanted the golems from here, and there go 3 golems which are still alive from the first font will stack up around here. I want to use Devotion now, always pray melee prayer of course. Devotion, then I use Preparation to reduce my resonance cooldown. That's also important, but you can do that at the first font as well. Enter font, resonance, then reflect. Then we do the same thing here, attack the middle golem. In this case, they stacked up that way, so I need to freeze them twice, because if I freeze that golem with Ice Barrage, I won't hit that golem, the black golem at the back, and then I need to freeze a second time the black golem. Yeah, you can see it here. Now Telos says that, you can always freeze them 1-2 seconds before he says it, but it will come just with practice. Then you step away again. You wanna Ice Barrage with Omni, or Ice Barrage with Wild Magic, and then stun him again. So I'm doing here Ice Barrage with Omni, getting a stun with Impact, Deep Impact, another stun, and then S-Fix or cheese stuff. And now we're using a little sneaky technique. Thank you, Evil Lucario, for coming up with that technique. So basically, we are luring the golems now behind a beam. So they are in one line, you can see here. They're in one line here. Then the 3 golems from the last font, from the black font, will spawn here and will run towards you. You will switch, you want to entangle the last golem. So you run around here, depends where the minions stand. And then you want to entangle the last golem, because what happens now, they're in one line, you can see here. Because I entangled that last golem, and they are now stand in place for 24 seconds, so they can't reach me. So it's pretty a cheese. Just no golems here, no stress, relax, soul split. It's pretty nice. Then last font, resonance, reflect. Then you can avenge yourself, but that's not needed. You don't need to do that. I pre-tempest here and charge up detonate. Charge up detonate. You can do your fix. I didn't release it with wild magic because I don't know why. But yeah, just do high damage abilities, phase him, and that's it. So for P5, you want to make sure your Disruption Shield and your Wenches. You don't need Wench, it's just a bit for DPS increase, and that obviously blocks one hit. You see the animation now, and you want to throw a Woolen Bomb right here. You can do that on the other side as well, but you click on the Woolen Bomb, right click, and use when he's attackable. Instantly, when Telos comes out, do your FSA, stuffs back. After that, do your Tempest, and after that, I switch to Shield, use Reflect, Revenge, Metamorphosis, I cheese stuff him, then I wild magic him, and I Cade, I Tsunami, I Omnipower, I Fix. Then I see if Telos reaches half here, I get a virus. In that case, I got a red virus, so I need to get into red beam to clear it. But I still have 5 seconds on my Cade, so I can DPS him a bit more. And after that, I just run here, search, clear the bleed. So if your damage was quite good, I mean in this instance it was quite okay, you can just keep on walking around and just DPS down the last 30k with Chase Stuff, Kong, Sonic Wave, Debrief, stuff like that. But if not, if it's higher, you want to run a bit and entangle the golem again. Just what we did P4 with the straight line, we want to entangle that golem again. But in this case, I just run. You can search there as well, yeah. Yeah, if the HP would have been higher, I would just entangle that golem and they were stuck behind that golem again. Yeah, but I just run, cheese stuff, and kaboink, and he's dead. Now you can grab your loot. Classic Telos. And yeah, that's for this guide. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously note that these are not the best methods I showcased. These are just very safe methods. These are my methods, how I achieved 4K ENRAGE. If you have any questions, just let me know. And please note, it takes a bit of practice to get everything down because it is a lot of mechanics and a lot to remember. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will answer them. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the guide. Thanks for watching.
There you go. We have our Phase 4 and our Phase 5 guide from 888 winner. Thank you very much, dude. That was absolutely great. I very much appreciate it. And of course, it's for you guys that want to push your enrage up a little bit. This will work below 1000 enrage and above. But do keep in mind that obviously at lower enrages, you will probably just kill off the golems before you even actually get through the freezing and stuff like that. They can die pretty quick at lower enrages. And of course, before 200% enrage, the health caps are different. So the phasing into the font will be different as well. However, you can still use this method and it will still work. It's just that you may not need to use as many abilities to actually get into the font, as he does have less health. 888 winner has asked me to let you guys know that his Discord tag is in the description, so if you have any questions, you can either leave a comment and he will come through and check through those every now and again. But if you want any direct sort of questions to him, you can message him on Discord. He is absolutely happy to do that and help you guys out as much as possible. But of course, the same goes. If you have any questions, comment them down below. I will answer them. If I need to check anything, I'll check it with him and give you the correct information. As of course, the reason that I got him to do this video rather than me was to make sure that you did get correct information and accurate information, as of course that is very important. important. But anyway, that brings us to the end of this video and this guide. If it did help you out, then do leave a like and also leave a comment down below. Again, if you have any questions, or maybe even just to say thank you to AAA Winner, because thank you, dude. I very much appreciate your time. But other than that, channel members, your names will be on screen right now, of course. Thank you guys so much for the extra support. And thank you everybody else as well for watching, of course. And I really do appreciate it. And I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.